Okay. Hare Krishna. So I have very less time to say anything, but let me speak anyway. So,
Message for 857800411.
Hare Krishna. So today's topic that giving our heart to Krishna. Actually, I could have spoken in 1 hour, but because Virat did not go for book distribution just for this session, so I want to do some service. So see, in our life, one thing which is very precious and which is very valuable is actually our heart. What when you say heart doesn't mean some physical heart. What it means is that no, where is our entire consciousness, the seed of consciousness, the entire consciousness, and what we really value, our own life, our own consciousness, our own existence, So when I was saying that, giving our heart to Krishna, so we should actually see that we have been, investing our time and energy and so many things in this world, because somewhere or the other our hearts are scattered so many places. So I remember one point of time, Grace Adesham was asking, like, I think I heard from devotees that she was asking that, do you know why we are joining Brahmacharya ashram when some devotees are joining Brahmacharya ashram? And Adesham told, you know, you were saying different thing, we want to preach, we want to, expand the mission, and we want to serve Guru, so many things. And Adesham told one point. He said, because we want to give our heart to Krishna. He said that. So heart is something which is very, precious to us, very dear. I mean, something which is we don't give easily to anyone. We do give our heart to so many things, but consciously we know that my heart is for something very special. But anyway, we keep giving our heart here and there, so many places. Or sometimes we may not be, or we will be looking for where should my heart be giving. We should be giving to, but we will be just busy in our life in kind of unconscious way. But the point is, if we can really come to this point that I really want to give my heart to Krishna. So that is something very special. It's something very wonderful, actually. So when Radha said this point that we have come to Krishna consciousness to give our heart to Krishna, it was so striking to me, and I also felt so resonated with this point. So actually, you see, everybody in this world is revolving around something. Like some people are revolving around the family. Family is like their central pivot, and they're revolving around family. So their entire consciousness, energy, time just goes in somehow maintaining the family and growing the family. Somebody is revolving around career. Somebody is revolving around money. Their whole goal of life is money. Somebody is revolving around, some woman, say girlfriend or something like that. Somebody is revolving around, uh, fame or something. So everybody in this world is revolving around something. So something they have made their goal. Something they have made their objective. And they keep revolving around that. And because people in this world are revolving around some kind of material thing, either money, women, following, fame, career, family. So that's why you see that because they're always orbiting around some kind of material objective, so they remain in this material world only. They cannot go to Krishna. They cannot go back home to Godhead because they're revolving around this kind of material things that they have made their center of their life. So, as when you're trying to become devotees, so what we are trying to do is we also had our own orbits. If you carefully see our own lives, we were also having our own orbits. Maybe some of us were having orbit of our career, some of us having orbit of say money, so like that we may have some orbit in our life, right? But now we have to break that orbit and we have to make Krishna as the center and we have to orbit around Krishna. Like you see when you temple, when you go into parikrama, right? So when you do parikrama, so while doing parikrama, what is the meaning of it? The meaning is that, oh Lord, you are the center of my life. Let my mind, body, word, my heart, my everything is for your pleasure. I exist for you, O Lord. I live for you and die for you. But let my whole life revolve around you. That is the meaning of parikrama actually. So this is the consciousness of a devotee. This is what devotee wants to. He aspires to. He aspires to actually, just revolve or orbit around Krishna and Krishna only. This is what we are trying to do. Like that story of Dhanudas, who was attracted to a beautiful lady, and he was finding her, and he was having umbrella in one hand, and he was completely looking at her. And then Ramanacharya and all his disciples were having procession. The whole procession passed, but this person was completely unaffected. He was completely absorbed there only in his own orbit. Then Ramanacharya became so compassionate. He told, "What is this fellow?" He sent for some of his disciples, "Go and tell this fellow that I am calling." They went and shook him, but still was not coming out of his material mundane absorption. Then later he realized, oh, somebody is shaking me. And they said, whole procession is going. Where are you? The procession of Lord is going. Then he said, but she is very beautiful, and I cannot be away from her. I cannot because there is no because her eyes are so beautiful. Something like that speaking. So then this man was so much felt pity. I mean, the disciple felt so pity on this man. I was thinking, what is this person? And he told Ramacharya. Ramacharya also felt so compassionate. How this man has become so degraded. He's simply orbiting around this woman, and it's becoming so absorbed in mundane ways. So, and his whole Lord's procession is going, but he's completely indifferent to it. And then Ramacharya calls him and says, if I show you something beautiful, then this, then what? And he said, okay, then I will give my life to that. It's okay, come to next morning. And then he brings him to Sanctum Sanctorium and he prays to the Supreme Lord, please reveal your beauty to this person. And because the Ramacharya's sincere prayers, the Lord revealed his beauty, and then that person became a great devotee of Lord. And then his whole life revolved around the Lord. And then we know that famous pastime when Ramacharya sent some of his disciples. This lady was, lying at they, eventually they were husband and wife, and then this lady was lying, and Ramacharya sent some disciples to get some ornaments from her body. And then they took out the ornament when I was sleeping, and then she turned over, and then they all ran away. And then his husband came, Dhanudas came, and said, why do you have this half only ornaments? She said that Ramacharya disciples came and they took away. They took away, then why did you not give full? She said, no, no, I was trying to give, I was turning over, but they ran away. They said, okay, but you should have not turned like that. Should have been more careful to turn. You turned in a bad way that made so much sound, maybe. It's not good. So he was scolding him only, her only. Can you not see me, Prabhu? Are you able to see
No,
me?
no,
Prabhu, what happened to you? This my video. Virat Prabhu. लैपटॉप को क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Okay, some problem. Okay, you cannot see me by my video, I think. It's like this only. So, but you can hear, I believe. It's okay, fine. You just hear my
I
audio
think
then.
your screen is not shared, Prabhu.
No, I'm not sharing my screen.
Okay.
Virat Prabhu, you are able to see nothing, no? Srinivasan to Shantu, nothing. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so I was saying that uh, so so this person was completely, centered around women first, but now because of Ramanacharya's mercy, he came out of that orbit. And he was scolding wife only that why do you turn like this? But because of that, he ran away. Uh, the uh, the Ramanacharya's disciples ran away. So he was scolding his wife only. You can imagine. So that's how you can see that actually, uh, by the mercy of Ramacharya, they became such a great deity that their life was centered on Krishna. They did not even think of why they came, why they took our ornaments, nothing. Because they're thinking Ramacharya disciples came, they took money, they took my all ornaments, fine, no problem. So they were thinking like that. But Ramacharya's own disciples were fighting, even Kopin and all that. But that's what Ramacharya sent some of disciples he did this just to make them realize that see, you are Vairagi, they're attached to their own towels and copines because they were fighting. Ramacharya made arrangement that their towels and copines put here and there, and then they were all fighting in the morning. And that's what Ramacharya told them. See how they are so detached, and we people are fighting because they were becoming little envious of Dhanudas, why our Guru Maharaj is so much having affection for him. So anyway, we can learn our lessons here that how a devotee gives everything, to the Lord. For him, once his heart is given to Krishna, then everything else he will give to Krishna. Like that. For him, it doesn't calculate. There's no calculation. Like once Bhakti Thakur's one disciple, Grasta disciple, he gave his entire hard-earned money of his entire life for the service of his Guru Maharaj. And that's how he made Bagh Bazaar temple, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. And after making the Bagh Bazaar temple, he did not have anything to even live. So he said, Guru Maharaj, his spiritual master only told that, where do you stay? He said, I don't know, I've given everything to you. They said, okay, no problem. Just one small room is there. You stay at least in that building itself. Then he gave him the room. So when his disciple was, after some time when he was leaving his body, then Bhakti Thakur was crying tears. He said that this person was so much surrendered, no? So he was crying tears. Can you imagine Guru crying tears for the disciple? So this is the meaning of, somebody who has given his heart to Krishna. Because for him it doesn't matter, because he sees everything in connection with, everything belongs to Guru, everything belongs to Krishna. So this is the, standard of a devotee. So we also want to break our orbit, from something material to Krishna. That means our life should be around Krishna only. That means now everything is for Krishna. My home, my property, my everything is for Krishna. So it is very important. So, and that's why Bhakti Thakur says, Manas Deho Geho Jo Kichmara Arpilo Tua Pade Nanda Keshwara. So whatever is there, my mind, body, my home, my assets, my family members, everything is for Krishna's enjoyment, for Krishna's pleasure. That is the consciousness of a devotee, like that. So that means his life is orbiting around Krishna, like that. So, so it is very important. Many times Krishna consciousness, we live a very theoretical way. We go on Krishna consciousness, but we have not Krishna as our center. Our heart is not with Krishna. Heart we have with so many things, and Krishna we are trying to explore a little bit. That's why we have a lot of calculations then. How many hours I do devotional service, how much time, energy, money. So we are very calculative sometimes. Like for family, people don't calculate much, right? Anything comes for the family, immediately they're ready for everything. They don't mind. Unlimitedly, they give time, energy, money, everything, right? Because they are centered on family. Same with career, those who are interested in, they'll give everything for the career. Somebody into love affair and all that, everything will do for that. So you can see that. They don't think there. They don't calculate. So calculation goes away. So same way, when we also have Krishna in our life, Krishna as a center, when we give our heart to Krishna, then we stop calculating. There is no count then. We just become overwhelmed. And we just want to give. Actually, people should think you have become mad. That kind of madness is required in Krishna consciousness also. That is true. Like how some of the brahmacharis, when they join, many people literally say that you pagal ho tum? You're mad. You had your job, you gave up. You had your career, you gave up. Like when I joined, my mama ji told, what is this fellow? He's such a, he's an IIT Warangal, a civil engineer. He gave up. What is this? He was feeling so pity on me. And I was feeling so fortunate. But he could not think. He was thinking that he wasted the seat of his NIT and so many things. And they feel compassion. They feel that his color has become mad. But we know that, no, my life is for Krishna now. I have become, Prema Pujari, Krishna. I mean, of course, we are not on that level, but this is what we are striving for, right? So let me just be for Krishna, like that. So giving our heart to Krishna is such a precious thing, such a vital thing, such a powerful factor, Because then everything comes. Then we are so much for the mission. We are so much for there for that, like that. So now, but when we are living a life, when we have Krishna consciousness, but sometimes it remains very theoretical. So how to make it like, we come to the platform of eventually giving our heart to Krishna. So one thing we have to see that, at least at our current state, where where my heart is, what people are usually very much attached to in this world. Like people are attached to house, people are attached to money, people are attached to family members. So we should carefully see that we come to the point of giving our heart to Krishna. But how we'll do that? So whatever is wherever is our attachment, we should carefully use it for Krishna. So that, because when our heart is where our attachments are. So whatever we are attached to, if you start giving to Krishna, then slowly our heart will come to Krishna also. Yeah. If you're not able to, give your heart to Krishna fully, then at least start doing this practice. Very important. So you have to Okay, if consciously we have to give, where our attachments are. So usually in this policy, people are attached, to so many things, like, especially everybody that attached to money, especially those who are grihasthas, for them, money is, a very important thing, right? That's why for grihastha ashrama, the sense control and charity and sacrifice, these three things are told very, very powerful, means for making advancement in Krishna consciousness, no? So they should have sense control. That means they should live a life of regulated life in household life, not completely having license of unlimited sense gratification is regulated. It should be. The sense control is important. Then charity is there. Charity means one should also offer his hard-earned money for the service of the Lord. And then uh, sacrifice. That means one should also perform, chanting of holy name of the Lord, invite sadhus at home, and do kirtan and satsang and all that thing. That's very, very vital. So when we do this, then we make, slowly, slowly Krishna becomes the center of our life. Then slowly, slowly our heart will come to Krishna. So very important. Sometimes, people, they are actually going on in their life, but they hardly make advancement. Hardly, they become Krishna centered. They hardly their heart is coming to Krishna much. It's very, very like sentimental kind of practice. Why? Because they're not consciously offering their attachments to Krishna. So like I was saying that how when something you're attached to, then if you offer it to Krishna, then you also your heart also will go there. Like for example, I'll tell you, like suppose you give a mobile to your friend and you're attached to that mobile, right? So when you're when you're giving that mobile, a very new costly mobile, and you're very attached to it because your friend has asked, so somehow you gave it. But what happens when friend has gone? Then again you call him and you say, "Hey, did you keep mobile properly? It's very costly mobile." Say, "Yeah, I kept it. I have kept it for charging. Charging, but where you kept it? Oh, kept in the train. I just kept for charging. I just came in eating, and I'll go again and take." Hey, don't do that. Just be there only. No, otherwise somebody will take away that charging. So really? Oh, yeah, yeah. Somebody may take away then. So okay, okay. No, so again he will call after me. Hey, is the mobile charged? Did you take out the charger? Yeah, yeah, I've taken out. So like that, he's again calling. Why is calling again and again? Can you tell me? Why he's calling again and again? His friend, and he's checking again and again whether his mobile is safe or not. Are you took out from the charging or not? Don't charge it extra; it will get spoiled. So many things. No, he's telling. Why he's calling again and again? Is it like suddenly his love for friend has increased and he's so much calling? What happened? Yes, somebody has to tell. Hare Krishna, somebody should speak
Is addicted for watching or using phone.
because he's attached to the phone. He's attached to the phone. So now when the phone is going with a friend, then the attachment is also will increase to the friend also, right? Because again calling friend now. You see that? He's checking on the
Ye-
phone. Where is the phone? What he's doing and everything. So that means your attachment to the phone, when you're giving it to your friend, then slowly your interaction with the friend is increasing, you see. Then your attachment to the friend also will increase. Correct, no? Because friend you have given. You're checking on phone again. Like one person, he was so much telling that, "Arey, in our country, so much Christian conversion is happening, this and that. Something we should do. We should distribute Gita all over." And I said, "Okay, fine, but how can you do? No, devotees told we don't have any sumo or anything. So okay, I have sumo. Take this." I mean, it's okay. So he was a big fellow. He had two, three sumo. Then he said, "Okay, take one my sumo." And then this person gave, and the next day he was thinking, "Arey, I gave my sumo. It was very new sumo, some 7, 8 lakhs." Then he went back to temple. He said, "Are you really going to use it?" He said, "Yeah, yeah, we are going to use it." And the devotee were using, distributing books, then giving reports to him also. So again he was checking, "Arey, what are the score? This month you went or not?" So because of giving sumo, he was coming to temple, checking on the books, and that's how he was involved. And that's how he also became devotee eventually. You know? Yeah. So by giving something which are attached to Krishna, then you also, your attachment comes to Krishna. That way it happens. After some 5, 6 years, when the sumo became very old and torn, then he again gave another sumo also, like that. And he became a devotee eventually, like that. So you can see that. So it becomes, like that. So when you offer some attachment, what you have to Krishna, like, so your home, you may be attached, but you invite devotees and have kirtan, and use that home as a program for inviting new people and helping them to become devotees. So then you use your home in Krishna's service. Then because when you're attached to home, so that home is becoming utilized for Krishna's service, then you become attached to Krishna. Like that it is. No, you're attached to eating. Though you offer the food to Krishna, and then when you take prasadam, then slowly attachment to come to Krishna, because then you're remembering, oh, it's Krishna's prasadam, it's Krishna's prasadam. You have offered for Krishna, like that. So same way, when we are earning money also, so we should know that we have attachment for money, right? So we should also be, when we give money to Krishna, then what happens? Then our attachment to Krishna also will come. Like Rup Goswami Pal has told that, actually our income, should be very carefully divided. Like 50% of our income should be given for direct service to Krishna. Just like in our company, there's a TDS, tax deduction service. So immediately the monies get cut because it is for company. From source only it is cut. The same way, our from source only. As soon as we get income, it is like a bhoga. It is not purified. So immediately we have to give some, service for the transcendental service of the Lord. We should give, that as a charity. So that purifies our income. So Rupa Goswami Pal says 50%. So Radha Shyamprabhu says, okay, 50%. You all people may run away. So maybe at least 10-20% as grahastha one can give. If somebody is going to join as brahmachari, 5-10% at least of his income, total income, what is going to get, should give to Krishna. One should not think, oh, how will I, just like 24 hours we have. So in that 1 hour, 2 hour for chanting, we give it for Krishna, right? So that way whole life, whole day becomes sanctified. Then you get that consciousness by which you have a sanctified consciousness, no? You have purified consciousness. Otherwise, suppose you don't give that 1 hour for chanting, then you may live like a karmi. No? You have not purified your day. Same way when you take out some portion of food and give it to Krishna, then your whole food has become prasadam, right? And then same way when you, give out your money, hard-earned money for Krishna, at least 5, 10, 20%, or at least 5, 10%, something if you give, as soon as the monthly some money is earned, immediately give that much amount for this for Krishna, like that. So one should feel sympathetic, for Krishna conscious movement. One should see, oh, they're the devotees, they're brahmachari, they're sannyasi, they're moving around, they're traveling, they're preaching, and there are devotees who are sacrificing so much, they're cooking, let me, give my hard-earned money for that service. And then you will check on, okay, Prabhu, how my money is utilized, how many programs have started. You'll be very much likelier will be interested then, because once you give your money, you'll be interested. So because our mind will go there, because wherever you have given money, wherever you have invested your energy, you invested your time, you invested money, you want to, see that, what is happening with that. And that's how you become interested in Krishna. That's how your attachment gets transferred to Krishna. So like that, one should be very much happy to actually that see that my income is purified, and that way my attachment also is going towards Krishna then, like that. So this is a very important factor, because sometimes what happens when boys they start earning and everything, but they don't do this principle very they were very calculative. Then what happens is, then they will not grow in the realization also, because Krishna sees what you're holding back. Krishna also recognizes what you're giving, but Krishna also wants to see what you're holding back. Krishna also wants you to take some pinch. They say that one should give that much by which he has some pinch, like that. Like a brahmachari joining ashram, there's a pinch, because they're loving parents, relatives, career. So there's some pinch, but he's ready to get pinch for what? For service to Krishna. So that's why they make a lot of advancement, like that. That's why they have so much of mercy to make advancement. Of course, he should take responsibility and do actual service. Just externally giving up and joining may not help. He should also be very much thoroughly engaged in Guru's service and go ahead with that spirit. So then he'll make so much of advancement. That's what Prabhupada said. Somebody joins full time, 75% liberated, Prabhupada said. Why? It is said because that's how he's taking that pain, taking that pinch, for the service of the Lord. So Krishna very much appreciates that. So same way, Grihasthas also should take that pinch, Okay, let me give that hard-earned money for service to Krishna. One should be himself be interested to do some kind of service. Otherwise, when we only are in the mood, to, okay, let me just have some my nice life and all that. And we keep center our family only, center our career only, center our money only. And Krishna consciousness, we are simply trying to have some kind of, okay, I like Krishna consciousness because nice people, nice prasadam and all that. But we are not willing to take pain, where we give our money, we give our time, we give our energy, we give our heart to Krishna. So that is what Krishna wants. So giving heart to Krishna, is not so easy. We have to first see whether I'm giving the things which I'm attached to Krishna or not. When we are ready to give that, then heart will come also. This is not some theoretical thing. So that's why it is very vital for us to, do our dharma very nicely. Like one brahmachari was asking Radheshyam Prabhu, Prabhu, I'm okay. I'm anyway going to join Prabhu. Even if I don't give money to Krishna, it's fine. No, anyway, I'm only coming. So Radheshyam said, Are kya bharosa? Whether you will join or not. And even if you join, maybe after some years, but maybe if you die now only, then what? After 1, 2 years, we never know. We never know. So it's always like that. So let's say we eat every day. So same way, whenever we are earning, that time only we should purify our income. We should give it to Krishna. Just eating every day we take prasadam. So every day we offer to Krishna. Same way, we should our dharma. We should do that our dharma. We should not, and the dharma actually makes us eligible, for the mercy. That only makes us to grow. We get realization because Krishna sees, oh, this person is actually a real devotee. He is making sacrifices. He is taking that pinch of giving his attachments to me. Krishna becomes very pleased like that. Why Prabhupada is so much glorified? Because Prabhupada took that sacrifice, correct? He left the, his comfortable family. He came out from this, Vrindavan. He boarded the Jalduta. He took so much of pain, came in the West. So much of sacrifice, you can see. He gave everything. Prabhupada could have just given everything and gone to Vrindavan. That itself was a big sacrifice. But he not only that, he gave the comfort of his spiritual life also. So you can see that. So we should actually know that we don't become great advanced devotees. We don't make advancement just by theoretically going on with our Krishna consciousness. We have to make some active steps by which we do our dharma very nicely, like that. So that's why we have to be mindful, that let me do something, for this mission. Let me see that how this mission can be supported. Let me see how we can expand this mission, or let me think that how people can become more and more people can become devotees. How can more Bhagavad Gitas go? How can more people, students can become devotees? Like that, we should have feelings like that. And then we want to offer more and more, whatever we could. So that way, our heart will also come to Krishna. So, as I said, TDS, it's called Transcendental Devotional Service. For that purpose, one should give out, some portion of one's money also for the service of Krishna. That's very, very important. So, so I'll just conclude by saying that it's easy to go on in Krishna consciousness, doing many things, but it really very rare good souls who actually can give their heart to Krishna, those who give their heart to Krishna. And those who give their heart to Krishna, actually, they are the real candidate for going back to God. So many times we remain at the platform beneficiary only. So, like in the beginning, we are beneficiary. We come to ISKCON, take prasadam, we go away. Or we may do some little bit, bhajan kirtan with devotees, we attend classes. It's nice. They're good people. They're nice. They're also devotees, but they're beneficiary. They only take benefit of ISKCON. Then there are people who are, those who are actually contributors. They will sometimes contribute. Sometimes they will say, Prabhu, I'd also like to go once in a while for book distribution. Then they go. Sometimes they serve prasadam. Sometimes they may sponsor Sunday feast. So they may do some once in a while. They may do some service like this. But there's no commitment. They're contributors. So they've gone one step ahead. Then there are committed people. Committed people like, as I said, every month, tuck, Prabhu, this much, a portion of my money should get deducted, like ECS, cut. Like say I earn say, $3,000. So $3,000, cut 10%, whatever it comes. The $300, it goes to, cut, immediately it goes to the temple account. Prabhu, it is for Krishna, nothing else. So this is how, a devotee should feel like that. And then, after committed, or weekly services like committed garland service. I do this service this day. The same way cooking, I 2 times or 3 times a week something I do this cooking service. So fixed service, so commitment like that. And then there is further, it's called dedicated. Dedicated means what? Not only that, you take responsibility. Like somebody takes responsibility of temple president, somebody takes responsibility of youth preaching, somebody takes responsibility of the project. Like when I was in NIT Warangal, after I graduated, I was requested, can you take responsibility of this project? Can you be the project manager? So I told, okay, but what about then I had to take job in Warangal only. And Warangal is like a jungle, where you'll get job. But I was trying to search. Then I got some job, Gate Forum, some job I got. So I took it up. So there, because that was a responsibility which I had to take. So my whole purpose of staying in Warangal was the responsibility. So same way somebody may take responsibility of temple president, and then he may here Vanmari Pandit stays there. So temple president is the main thing, and then where he'll stay, okay, some room here, Mata is staying somewhere else somehow. They're going on. So that is main responsibility. So their life revolves around like that. First Krishna consciousness, then other things we will see. That is like dedication. So no, so Krishna consciousness is the first cause for them to choose their city, to choose their place of accommodation, to choose their other things. So first is Krishna consciousness, responsibility. So they are the people who take responsibility, active responsibility in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. That is dedication, like that. And they are the people who are even engaging others in Krishna's service, like that. And there are people above that also. It's called missionary. Missionary means what? For them, Krishna consciousness, they breathe in and breathe out. They can be sent to anywhere, foreign land, foreign language, nothing to eat or sleep. They will still practice and preach like Prabhupada. They're like missionary. For them, doesn't matter. Anyone, anywhere, anything, any service, in any situation. I live for Guru. I breathe for Guru. I die for Krishna. I live for Krishna. This is called missionary spirit. That is like the peak of one's dedication, peak of one's commitment. Dedication, yeah. So that is called missionary. So like that, we have to see where I am. Am I beneficiary only or what? So I should be increasing and we should be growing. That's as we grow, and when we come to higher and higher level, that's how we are giving our heart to Krishna. So we should see that we shouldn't remain beneficiary. We should also start taking more and more active role. So yeah, so as I was saying, we can start preaching, making some, doing preaching, taking some responsibility in preaching mission, you yourself preaching or supporting preaching some way. So like that, we have to see how we can, progress ourselves like that. So there's a few thoughts. So I'll pause here only. So any comments or questions anybody has? Hare Krishna. Any reflection, questions, comment? You're saying, Mataji, something? I can't hear you, Kiran Mataji. You're saying something? Can't hear. Others can hear something?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
So I'm saying you got me thinking. We are no good. We lived
No.
worldly
No.
life. We did
Sorry?
everything. We lived worldly life. We did everything. So we are no good. We are not going to achieve Krishna.
No, we are all
Krishna.
on our part to Krishna. But what I'm saying is, we all have to be
Krishna is center
progressive.
of our life for sure.
Yeah.
Like you say, you go
No, it is
around.
not for you. It is not for you. It's for me also. Every one of us. We all have to
Yeah.
think that how, because I am also taking benefits, right? Like I'm staying in temple.
Yeah.
I'm getting prasadam. I'm getting my clothing. I'm getting a place to stay. So I am just taking benefit, or am I contributing, or am I committing, or I am dedicating, or I am the missionary? I have to see. And wherever I am, I have to grow further. Correct, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. And until unless I don't put all of you on this thought, how will I then give more and more to Krishna? Because in love, we have to give more and more. It's like that. Krishna is like, you can always give more and more and more. We should never be satisfied for our being a devotee. We should always be wanting to be more and more devoted. That is how a devotee is, no? We should not think that I'm good. Like Americans, they say, I'm good. No. We have to see how can I do better? How can I be better devotee? That's why you're 12 different levels. So this is not to make you, not to feel any one of you condemned or you're bad or not like that. That's not my intention. What we are trying to say is that we have to think at our own feet, honestly, sincerely. How can I assist in this mission, glorious mission, more and more? Whatever capacity I have. Maybe I have some ability which I'm not using it. Like if somebody has, say, a lot of strength, he's not using it for Krishna. Then it's called bal kapati. Somebody has, a lot of intelligence and buddhi you can use in Krishna service. Then he's The buddhi kapati. Somebody has money, he's not using much for Krishna service. He's dhan kapati. Somebody has no assets and property and everything, no, then he is kapati in his own way. So everybody is kapati to degree he's not using it that in Krishna service, and we all have something like that. We are not fully giving ourselves, our body, mind, money, energy, time for Krishna, right? We are holding on something. So we have to honestly see how can I increase. It's not to get discouraged. It's not to condemn ourselves, but how can I, bit more. That progressive attitude is very important. I hope it clarifies what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yes?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, it is not to make feel bad about anyone. That's not the intention.
Yes, Prabhu, there is always a scope to progress, but we don't
Yes.
give 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
thank
And
you.
from Krishna's perspective, Krishna is always grateful for even little also. We can just come once in a while to temple also, Krishna becomes very pleased. From Krishna's perspective, he is supremely merciful. But we should not think like that, no. Like
Yeah,
mother
we
doesn't think,
always keep
oh,
Krishna
mother
as
doesn't think that. Mother doesn't think, okay, I made, yes, today morning I made breakfast for you, no? Forget it now. No, I made laddu today. So don't worry now. No, I'm not going to cook much for lunch for you. No, mother is like continuous because love is there. And she wants to give more and more and more. So same way, it's our interest, we want to give our heart to Krishna. So we want to see how can I, in my own situation, how can I increase my surrender, my giving to Krishna more and more? How can eventually my heart can come to Krishna? Because we have giving our heart to somewhere else, where our life is revolving around. Maybe our grandkids, maybe our kids, maybe our family members, maybe our money, maybe my comfortable material life, something we may be revolving around. So we have to honestly see how can I orbit around Krishna gradually. Our whole life becomes Krishna centered. Does it make sense?
Prabhu. We just go once in a while to temple and do pradakshina, but we forget to do every day. Our activities has to revolve around Krishna.
Yeah, so we all have to think like that. It may not necessarily mean that you have to come every day temple, but our energy, mind, word, thoughts, everything, we have to see how we can keep Krishna centered all the time. It's a journey. It's a journey. Okay. Okay, I'll pause here then. Srinivasan Prabhu or anybody want to share? Prashant Prabhu, you want to say something? Okay, so I'll pause here. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. God Bhakti ki jai.